All right, so now that we have understood the entire chapter, we go into some brilliant numericals in this chapter. Before I start, all of you, I would want you all to first solve the numericals of Mendel's yourself. Try to solve it yourself, and if you cannot get the answer, then see the video. Please don't first see the video and you just get the answers. I want you all to think. This is a thinking chapter. तो हर एक एमसीक्यू को आप अपने तरीके से सॉल्व करो और बाद में ये वीडियो देख के काउंटर चेक करो. So first we will do some 100 MCQs today, and I would want you all to do those 100, 120 MCQs first yourself and then see this video. Please do it yourself first. Okay? So assuming that you all have tried to solve it, we will now go into those MCQs. Let's begin. All right. So we have the first of your MCQs. In the F2 generation of a dihybrid ratio, the ratio of original genotypes and new genotypes. How many original genotypes and how many new genotypes we will get in the F2 generation? So, original genotype and new genotype. Which is the original genotype? Capital Y, capital Y, capital R, capital R. Which is the original genotype? Small y, small r, small r. These are the parental genotypes. In the F2 ratio, we got capital Y, capital Y, capital R 1, small y, small r 1. So you have got two original genotypes और बीच में total plants कितने बने थे? 16. So 16 plants में से two are original genotypes, and that means 14 will be new genotypes. Two original genotypes, 14 new genotypes. So the ratio will be 1 is to 7. The ratio will be 1 is to 7. 1 is to 7 is the ratio of original genotypes and new genotypes. Next question. In a Mirabilis flower, Mirabilis jalapa, white flower is crossed with a pink flower. What proportion of white flowers will we expect to get in the next generation? If you remember, Mirabilis is a case of incomplete dominance. So, white flower is crossed with a pink flower. So what will be pink flower, capital R, small r? What will be white flower, small r, small r? And what is this cross an example of a test cross? This is an example of a test cross. So what proportion of white flowers will we get? Capital R, small r is an example of a test cross. So in Mirabilis, pink, capital R, small r, into white, small r, is an example of a test cross. And test cross, we remember, you will get capital R, small r, and here we get small r, small r. So this becomes pink, this becomes pink, this becomes white, this becomes white. So you have pink, you have pink, and you have white, and you have white. So pink is to white, you get 2 is to 2, and the ratio becomes 1 is to 1. So 50% pink and 50% white. 50% pink and 50% white. So what is the proportion of white flower we get in the next generation? 50%. How many different types of gametes can be produced by a pea plant with genotype capital T, capital T, capital R, capital C, small c, capital A, small a. सर ये दो ही टाइप के गैमेट पॉसिबल होगा. ओनली सी में वेरिएशन है. ओनली सी हैज गॉट वेरिएशन. Others are same. So you will get two types of gametes, capital T, capital R, capital C, capital A, and capital T, capital R, small c, capital A. Check it out. इससे ज्यादा कोई भी दूसरा टाइप का गैमेट फॉर्मेशन है ही नहीं. So how many types of gametes possible? Only two. And that is because only one characteristic is heterozygous. Only one characteristic is heterozygous. And please note down this in your book. Number of gametes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of gametes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of phenotypes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of genotypes is 3 raised to n, where n is heterozygous, and number of offsprings is 4 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. So number of gametes is 2 raised to n. चलो इसका एक एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. Here we have dihybrid test cross. So number of gametes from capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. How many gametes possible? 4. So number of gametes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of gametes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. So yahan y is also heterozygous, R is also heterozygous. So 2 raised to n is 2 raised to 2 equal to 4 types of gametes. Correct. We got 4 different types of gametes. So ये बराबर है. And then we have number of phenotypes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. So number of phenotypes, ये भी double heterozygous है. So how many phenotypes possible? Phenotypes 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Correct. You got yellow round, you got yellow wrinkled, you got green round, you got green wrinkled. So 2 raised to n was 2 raised to 2, which became 4 types of genotypes. 4 types of genotypes. So you got yellow round, yellow wrinkled, green round, green wrinkled. 4 types of phenotypes. 4 types of phenotypes. 4 types of phenotypes. Number of genotypes is 3 raised to n. Number of genotypes 3 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. So yahan it is double heterozygous. So number of genotypes is 3 raised to n. Number of genotypes is 3 raised to n, that is 3 raised to 2 equals 9. Equals 9. And that means you get 9 types of genotypes. 9 types of genotypes we got in the ratio of 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1. 5 okay? Is to 1 is again 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1. तो ये कितने टाइप्स की जीनोटाइप्स हो गए? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So number of genotypes is 3 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of genotypes is 3 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. and number of offsprings is 4 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of offsprings is 4 raised to n. How many offsprings we got? 16. So number of offsprings is 4 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. 4 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. So n is 2. So 4 raised to n will become 16. So how many offsprings we got? We got 16 offsprings, and 16 offsprings are produced. 16 offsprings are produced. चलो सेम रूल मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में देख लेते हैं. मोनोहाइब्रिड क्रॉस में सेम रूल, नंबर ऑफ गैमीट्स. Number of gametes 2 raised to n. 2 raised to n. तो कितने गैमीट्स बनते हैं? कैपिटल टी स्मॉल टी में से कैपिटल टी एंड स्मॉल टी, वेर n is equal to 1. n equal to 1 है. So 2 raised to 2. In other words, one type of 2 raised to 2 raised to 1, where two types of gametes. Number of gametes is 2 raised to n, where n is 1. So that equals to 2 raised to 1, which means 2. So two types of gametes बराबर है. Capital T small t will give you capital T and small t. Number of phenotypes. Phenotypes is again 2 raised to 1. Phenotypes is again 2 raised to 1. Phenotypes 2 raised to 1 बराबर है. You get tall and dwarf. दो ही टाइप के phenotype के लिए. Tall and dwarf. So 2 raised to 1. Number of genotypes we get 3 raised to 1. Number of genotypes we get 3 raised to 1. Number of genotypes we get 3 raised to 1. बराबर है. 3 raised to 1 we got. 1 is heterozygous. So we got 3 types of genotypes. Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, and small t, small t. And number of offsprings. Number of offsprings is 4 raised to 1. Number of offsprings is 4 raised to 1. Correct. We got 3 tall and 1 dwarf. So number of offsprings is 4 raised to 1. So once again, number of gametes 2 raised to 1. You got 2. Number of genotypes 2 raised to n, where n is equal to 1. Monohybrid hai. So that is 2. Phenotypes. Number of phenotypes. Number of phenotypes. Number of gametes. Two raised to n, where n equal to 1 is equal to 2. So 2 types of gametes. Number of phenotypes. You got 2 raised to n, where n is 1, equals 2. 2 phenotypes, tall and dwarf. Number of genotypes. Number of genotypes. You got 3 raised to n. Genotypes. We got number of genotypes. We got 3 raised to n. Number of genotypes 3 raised to n, where n is 1, you got 3 types of genotypes. Capital T, capital T, capital T, small t, and small t, small t. And number of offsprings. Number of offsprings. You got 4 raised to n. Number of offsprings. we got 4 raised to n, where four types of offsprings are produced. 4 raised to n, where four types of offsprings are produced. So this gives us a brilliant logic. और ये सब numericals में याद रखना, number of gametes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of phenotypes 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of genotypes 3 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of offsprings 4 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. तो ये बहुत अच्छा लॉजिक किया हमने, इसे याद रखना. Then number of pea plants with axillary flowers and yellow pods at the end of a dihybrid test cross will be. Number of pea plants with axillary flowers and yellow pods at the end of a dihybrid test cross. Check that out. Number of pea plants with axillary flowers and yellow pods at the end of a dihybrid test cross. Sir, pea plant में axillary is dominant over apical and green pod is dominant over yellow pod. So when we are talking of a dihybrid test cross, what will be dihybrid test cross? You have capital A, capital G, small g, where capital A is axillary and capital G is green, because green is dominant over yellow and it is crossed with a double recessive parent. So heterozygous, double heterozygous dominant, double heterozygous dominant is crossed with a double homozygous recessive, and that is a dihybrid test cross. So what is a dihybrid test cross? A dihybrid test cross is a double heterozygous dominant is crossed with a double homozygous recessive. So capital A, capital G, small g is axillary and green, and that is double heterozygous is crossed with a apical and yellow, small g, small g. और इसमें से गैमीट्स कौन से बनेंगे? कैपिटल ए, कैपिटल ए, कैपिटल जी, we just did. Number of gametes is 2 raised to n, where 2 is raised to 2 becomes 4. So capital A, capital G, capital A, small g, small a, capital G, small a, small g. Capital A, capital G, capital A, small g, small a, capital G, small a, small g. और यहाँ कितने गैमीट बनेंगे? 2 raised to 0. Nothing is heterozygous. So that will be 1. And एक ही टाइप का गैमीट बनेगा, स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी एंड स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी. सो वन टाइप ऑफ गैमीट इज फॉर्म, स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी, एंड ये है स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी, स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी, स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी, स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी. एक ही टाइप का गैमीट बन सकता है. यहां पर कोई भी कॉम्बिनेशन लो, स्मॉल ए स्मॉल जी. Now, when you do the checkerboard, this will become capital A, capital A, small a, capital G, small g. तो ये चारों चार कौन से आएंगे? Capital A, small a, capital G, small g. So 4 of them are axillary and green. 4 of them are axillary and green. Axillary also, green also. Then we have capital A small g with small a small g. So that will become capital A small g small g. And capital A small g small g. Small a small g, capital A small g small g. And these four will become axillary and yellow. Will become auxiliary and yellow. Small a capital G, small a small g will become small a, capital G, small g. And these four will become small a, capital G, small g. So 4 will be apical because of small a, but green because of capital G. And small a, small g with small G will become small g, small g. So these four are small a, apical, small g, yellow. तो चार प्लान्स कौन से आए? कैपिटल ए से बने एक्सिलरी और कैपिटल जी से बने ग्रीन. तो चार एक्सिलरी एंड ग्रीन. फिर आया कैपिटल ए से एक्सिलरी, लेकिन स्मॉल जी से येलो. सो ये आया एक्सिलरी एंड येलो. फिर ये था स्मॉल ए से अपाइकल, बट कैपिटल जी से आया ग्रीन. और ये आया स्मॉल जी. दोनों स्मॉल ए है तो अपाइकल, दोनों स्मॉल जी है तो येलो. So they remember dihybrid test cross ratio is 4 is to 4 is to 4 is to 4. In other words, 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. So what did we get? 4 auxiliary green, 4 auxiliary yellow, 4 apical green, 4 apical yellow in the ratio of 4 is to 4 is to 4 is to 4. In other words, 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. Of course, the question here was asked number of pea plant with axillary flower and yellow pods. So how many are with axillary flowers and yellow pod? Answer is 4. But if they had asked you how many are axillary with green pod at the end of a dihybrid test cross के end में axillary and yellow is 4, axillary and green भी 4 ही होता था, axillary and सॉरी अपाइकल एंड ग्रीन भी 4 ही होता था, अपाइकल एंड येलो 4 ही होता था. सो एनी डाइहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस रेशियो, एनी डाइहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस रेशियो विल बी ऑलवेज 4 is to 4 is to 4 is to 4. तो चाहे यहां कोई भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक डाल दे, कलर ऑफ फ्लावर, हाइट एक्सेट्रा, मोनोहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस रेशियो क्या आएगा? मोनोहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस रेशियो आएगा 2 is to 2. इन अदर वर्ड्स 1 is to 1. डाइहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस रेशियो क्या आएगा? 4 is to 4 is to 4 is to 4. In other words, 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. ये गोल्डन रूल याद रखना फॉर अ मोनोहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस एंड फॉर अ डाइहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस. तो ये गोल्डन रूल्स है मोनोहाइब्रिड डाइहाइब्रिड टेस्ट क्रॉस के लिए. एंड देन वी हैव genes for blood group A and blood group B are codominant. Blood group A और blood group B का genes are codominant. And what will somebody with A gene and somebody with B gene produce? Blood group AB, where A will express to form the A antigen, B will express to form the B antigen, and blood group will become AB. Blood group will become AB. And how many types of phenotypes are produced by selfing of a plant having a genotype as, yeah, how many types of phenotypes are produced by selfing of a pea plant showing genotypes as capital R, small r, capital T, capital A, capital Y, small y, capital W, capital X, small x. Now we know the rule, number of phenotypes. Number of phenotypes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. Number of phenotypes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. That is the rule. So, yahan R is heterozygous. Yahan T is heterozygous. but A is homozygous, small a. Y is heterozygous, capital Y, small y. But W is homozygous, capital W, capital W. X is heterozygous, capital X, small x. So R, T, Y, and X, four of them are heterozygous. Four are heterozygous. So number of phenotypes will become 4 raised to, or rather 2 raised to n, in other words 2 raised to 4, in other words 16 different types of phenotypes. कितने अलग अलग phenotype बनेंगे? 16 different types of phenotypes. How many different types of phenotypes are produced? 16 different types of phenotypes. So answer is 16. That is 16 different types of phenotypes. Then, out of 16 plants in the F2 generation of a dihybrid cross, the plant heterozygous for one of the two traits are, answer is 8. Out of 16 plants in the F2 generation of a dihybrid cross, plants heterozygous for one of the two traits. So it is homozygous for one trait, heterozygous for two trait. ये हमने अभी अभी किया था. I'll just revise it. Checkerboard number 2 and 5 and 3 and 9 and 8 and 14 and 12 and 15. Check it here. Y is homozygous, but R is heterozygous. Single homozygous, single heterozygous. 2 and 5 में. फिर 3 और 9 में. Y is heterozygous, but R is homozygous. Y is heterozygous, R is homozygous. फिर 8th और 14th में. 8th और 14th में Y is heterozygous, small r is homozygous. And 12th or 15th में, 12th or 15th में small y is homozygous, but capital R small r is heterozygous. So you have 2 and 5. 2 and 5. 2 and 5. You have 3 and 9. You have 8 and 14. And you have 12 and 15. These two, these two, these two, and these two. In other words, second and fifth, third and ninth, eighth and 14th, and 12th and 15th are single homozygous, single heterozygous. Single homozygous, single heterozygous. Single homozygous, single heterozygous. So the question was, out of 16 plants in a dihybrid cross, plants heterozygous for one of the two traits are, in other words, heterozygous for one trait, homozygous for the other trait are 8. So 8 is the answer. I hope you've understood this. So answer is 8. Then a cross of a hybrid with a dominant parent is called as a back cross. Cross of hybrid, capital T, small t, with dominant parent is called as a back cross. If it was a recessive parent, then that would have been called as a test cross or a back cross, then it is test cross or back cross. But if it is dominant parent, then it is not going to determine the genotype, क्योंकि इसके सारे offsprings तो tall ही आएंगे. So it is not a test cross, it is only a back cross. With dominant parent, it is only a back cross. With recessive parent, it is a test cross as well as a back cross. हाँ तो ये याद रखना. If a homozygous pea plant with red flower and round seeds is crossed with a pea plant with white flower and wrinkle seed, the ratio of red and white flower in the F2 generation will be. Check it out. The plant is red flower and rounded seeds. Capital R, red, and rounded seeds is again capital R, capital R. Round is dominant, and it is crossed with a, say, red flower के लिए भी take another characteristic, capital F for red flower, capital R for round seed, and it is crossed with a white flower and wrinkled seed. So small f for white flower, small r for wrinkled seed. So F1 generation you will get capital F, capital R, सबसे पहले capital F, capital R, small r, which you will get in the F1 generation. F2 generation, what will we get? We will get F2 generation, 9 will be red and round. 3 will be, 9 will be red and round. Red and round will be 9. Red and wrinkled will be 3. White and round will be 3. White and round will be 3. And white and wrinkled will be 3. White and wrinkled will be 3. Will be 1. I'm so sorry. Will be 1. White and wrinkled will be 1. So red and round कितने मिलेंगे? 9. Red and wrinkled कितने मिलेंगे? 3. White and round कितने मिलेंगे? 3. और white और wrinkled कितना मिलेगा? 1. So you get, logical बात है, dominant character you get 9. Dominant recessive character you get 3. Recessive dominant character you get 3, and recessive you get 1. So हमने जो किया था, yellow round 9 मिले, yellow wrinkled 3 मिले, green round 3 मिले, green wrinkled 1 मिला. तो yellow and round both are dominant, तो dominant कितना मिलेगा? 9. फिर yellow and wrinkled 3 मिले, तो yellow dominant wrinkled 3, so dominant recessive कितना मिलेगा? 3. Yellow dominant wrinkled recessive 3. 3 you got green and round. Green is recessive, round is dominant. So you got 3 recessive dominant and 1 you got green and wrinkled, both are recessive. So recessive, you got 1 character. So if you go back to that numerical, you have red and round crossed with white and wrinkled. So how many you will get in F2 generation? You will get red and round 9. Red and wrinkled, you will get 3. White and round, you will get 3. and white and wrinkled, you will get 1. So red and round, dominant कितना मिला? 9. Red and wrinkled, dominant recessive कितना मिला? 3. White and round, recessive dominant कितना मिला? 3. White and wrinkled, recessive कितना मिला? 1. So now, how many reds are there? 9 are round and red. How many red and wrinkled you got? 3. How many white and round you got? 3. And how many white and wrinkled you got? 1. तो रेड कितने मिलेंगे आपको? रेड you will get 12. Red you will get 12. If you remember, 9 are round and red and 3 are round and wrinkled. So red you get 12. Similarly, round कितने मिलेंगे? Round, round, round you will get 9 are red and round. So 9 are round there. And 3 you will get white and round. So 9 plus 3 again become 12. Again become 12. How many white you will get? White. White कितने मिलेंगे? White. White you will get 3 white and round. And 1 you get white and wrinkled. So 3 plus 1, you'll get a total of 4 whites. 4 white. 4 white मिलेंगे. And wrinkled कितने मिलेंगे? Wrinkled कितने मिलेंगे? Wrinkled कितने मिलेंगे? Wrinkled you will get 3 are round, red and wrinkled. 3 are red and wrinkled. And 1 you get white and wrinkled. So 3 plus 1, a total of 4 you get wrinkled. 4 you get wrinkled. So golden words. Red कितने मिले? 12. 9 round and red. 3 wrinkled and red. Round कितने मिले? 12. 9 are round and red and 3 are round and white. White कितने मिले आपको? 4. 3 are round and round and white, and 1 is white and wrinkled. So you got 4 white. Wrinkled कितने मिले? 4. 3 are red and wrinkled. 1 is white and wrinkled. So you got 4 wrinkled. So the question asked is red 12 है, round 12 है, white 12 4 है, wrinkled 4 है. The question asked was what is the ratio of red and white flower in the F2 generation? The answer will be 12 is to 4. In other words, 3 is to 1. 12 is to 4. In other words, 3 is to 1. If they had asked you how many are red and white, if they had asked you how many are round and wrinkled का रेशियो पूछते थे, तो राउंड एंड रिंकल्ड का रेशियो भी कितना आता था? 12 is to 4. In other words, 3 is to 1. 12 is to 4. In other words, 3 is to 1. So that would be the ratio of round and wrinkled. So any dominant character कितना आएगा F2 generation में? 12. और एनी रिसेसिव कैरेक्टर F2 जनरेशन में कितना आएगा 4. बाय द वे उनका रेशियो क्या निकला 3:1 which is same as monohybrid ratio. So simple probability statistics, a dihybrid ratio के अंदर you get 9 dominance and 12 dominance and 4 recessives, which is a ratio of 12:4, which is same as 3:1, which is same as monohybrid when one character is considered. Correct. Then a dichotomous branching system is commonly used to determine types of gametes. What is a dichotomous branching system? ये सिस्टम जो है इसे कहते हैं डाइकोटोमस ब्रांचिंग सिस्टम. डाइकोटोमस ब्रांचिंग सिस्टम. तो यहां कैपिटल Y कैपिटल R स्मॉल r से कैपिटल Y कैपिटल R और कैपिटल Y स्मॉल r स्मॉल y कैपिटल R स्मॉल y स्मॉल r, इससे ये जो अलग अलग टाइप के गैमीट्स बनाए कैपिटल Y कैपिटल R कैपिटल Y स्मॉल r स्मॉल y कैपिटल R small y small r, all these different types of gametes which are made, this kind of branching system is called as dichotomous branching system. इस kind की branching system को कहते हैं dichotomous branching system. Correct. Then in a cross between a pea plant possessing inflated yellow pods with another plant possessing constricted green pods, the number of plants possessing inflated yellow pods in the F2 generation will be. Now this is simple. Inflated yellow pods is crossed with constricted green pods. Inflated is dominant and yellow pod is recessive, and it is crossed with constricted green pods. So constricted is recessive, but green pods is dominant. तो इससे F1 जनरेशन क्या आएगा? F1 generation will be capital I inflated pod, small I, capital G green pod, small g. So inflated yellow pod crossed with constricted green pod in the F1 generation will show inflated green pod, inflated green pod. So ये वापस से inflated green pod हो गया. अभी इसका सेल्फिंग किया तो F2 जनरेशन में क्या आएगा? F2 जनरेशन में आएगा 12, rather 9:3:3:1, in which 9 will be inflated green pod. Correct. Inflated green pod will be 9, and then inflated yellow pod will be 3. Constricted green pod will be 3. And constricted yellow pod will be 1. तो dominant कितना आएगा? 9. Dominant recessive कितना आएगा? 3. Recessive dominant कितना आएगा? 3. और recessive कितना आएगा? 1. And what have they asked in the question? They've asked that number of plants possessing inflated yellow pods in the F2 generation. So inflated yellow pods में inflated is dominant and yellow is recessive. So how many are dominant recessive? 3. So inflated yellow pods will be I capital Y for inflated, small y for yellow, and that will be 3. 3 will be inflated yellow, of which 1 will be capital I, small y, ये 1 रहेगा, and capital I, small y, ये 2 रहेंगे. तो ये उसके 0 टाइप्स रहेंगे. Yeah. So total प्लांट्स आपको इन्फ्लेटेड येलो कितने आएंगे? इन्फ्लेटेड येलो डोमिनेंट रिसेसिव आर 3. सो यू गेट 3 डोमिनेंट रिसेसिव. इन्फ्लेटेड येलो आपको 3 मिलेंगे. इन्फ्लेटेड येलो आपको 3 मिलेंगे. So 3 inflated yellows you will get. Correct. And the reciprocal cross confirms the law of dominance. What is reciprocal cross? If you have taken a tall plant as female and dwarf plant as male, then F1 generation you got capital T small t, and that means it's a tall plant. Now you do ulta. You do tall plant as male and dwarf plant as female. तो आपको F1 जनरेशन में आएगा कैपिटल T स्मॉल t. Still the plant will become tall, but that is now called as a reciprocal cross. तो इससे क्या प्रूव होता है? That the character of dominance is not determined whether female is dominant or whether male is dominant. फीमेल में कैरेक्टरिस्टिक डोमिनेंट है या मेल में डोमिनेंट है. तो tallness has got nothing to do with ovule and dwarfness has got nothing to do with pollen grain. ऐसा नहीं कि ओव्यूल पोलन ग्रेन पे डोमिनेंट है. जो भी जीन है, चाहे वो फीमेल में हो या मेल में हो, वो जीन डोमिनेंट है, वो फैक्टर डोमिनेंट है, तो वो F1 जनरेशन में डोमिनेंट फैक्टर एक्सप्रेस होगा. एंड दैट इज कॉल्ड एज अ रेसिप्रोकल क्रॉस. इट कंफर्म्स द लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस. इट कंफर्म्स लॉ ऑफ डोमिनेंस. Then total number of linkage groups in humans is 23. What is the meaning of linkage groups? Number of haploid chromosomes. Number of haploid chromosomes is called as linkage. तो humans के अंदर there are 23 pairs of chromosomes. 23 pairs of chromosomes, that is diploid. तो हैप्लॉइड कंडीशन में कितने क्रोमोसोम्स हो जाएंगे? हैप्लॉइड कंडीशंस में 23 क्रोमोसोम्स हो जाएंगे. सो हाउ मेनी क्रोमोसोम्स इन हैप्लॉइड कंडीशन? 23. and that is called as 23 linkage groups that humans have. The father of genetics, Mendel, died in 1884. Just to remember, how many types of genotypes can be determined by two allele, capital A and small a? We remember the formula, number of genotypes, 3 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. So A is heterozygous, capital A, small a दोनों है. So how many genotypes? 3a, 3 raised to n, where n is 1. So 3 types of genotypes. So capital A, small a में से 3 टाइप के जीनोटाइप मिलेंगे. बाय द वे कौन से मिलेंगे? कैपिटल ए भी मिलेगा, कैपिटल ए भी मिलेगा और स्मॉल ए भी मिलेगा. So capital A, small a, and small a are the 3 types of genotypes. The physical appearance of an organism produced by genotype is determined by the phenotype. The physical appearance is the phenotype, and the genetic constitution is the genotype. Capital T is the genotype, but the physical appearance, tallness, is the phenotype. Tallness is phenotype, capital T is genotype. Then the character which expresses itself only in homozygous condition is recessive. जो सिर्फ homozygous condition में express करेगा will be recessive. Tallness can be capital T also, capital T small t also. दोनों में tallness आता है. But dwarfness is only small t. So only in homozygous condition dwarfness will express, which means it's a recessive character. It's a recessive character. If two opposite alleles come together and one of it finds expression and masks the other, That factor is called law of dominance. If two opposite allele, capital T, small t, will come together, one of it expresses to become tall, and the other one becomes suppressed. इसका expression small t का नहीं होता है, becomes suppressed. Then capital T becomes dominant over small t. That is called law of dominance. In a monohybrid cross ratio, pure homozygous plants will be. Pure homozygous plants कौन से होंगे in a monohybrid ratio? Sir, pure homozygous is capital T, and small t, small t. And hybrid or heterozygous will be capital T, small t, and capital T, small t. So capital T is homozygous, small t is homozygous, and capital T, small t's are heterozygous. So the question was the pure homozygous plants will be how many pure homozygous plants? Two. Two will be pure homozygous plants. Capital T is pure homozygous for tallness, and small t is pure homozygous for dwarfness. So, two are pure homozygous. Two are pure homozygous. The phenotypic ratio of F2 progeny is 3:1. What is the nature of phenotype in the F1 progeny? All dominant. F2 progeny में we get 3:1 ratio in F2 generation. तो F1 generation में we get all tall. So they are all dominants. तो F1 में hybrid dominant होगा. F2 generation में 3 dominant and 1 recessive का characteristic आएगा. As a result of a marriage between a curly hair mother and a straight hair father, 8 children are born. What is the ratio of children with curly and straight hair? So, if you remember, curly is dominant over straight hair. ये हमने किया था. Curly is dominant over straight hair. So, in a curly hair mother, capital C is crossed with a straight hair father, small t, small c, small c. So, what will be the next generation? Capital C, small c, of which capital C will become dominant over small c, and that means this will be curly, but a hybrid curly. Hybrid curly. ये hybrid curly आएगा. ये hybrid curly आएगा. And all the children born are with curly hair. So, what is your answer? 8:0. If 8 children are born, 8:0. हाँ, समझो 8:0 option नहीं होता था, and they had given option 4:4. What would that indicate? That the curly hair mother was capital C, small c. She was not homozygous, she was heterozygous. And that is crossed with straight hair father, small c, small c. So capital C, small c into small c becomes an example of a test cross, monohybrid test cross. तो उसमें रेशियो क्या आएगा? 1:1. In other words, 8 children में से 4 will be with curly hair and 4 will be with straight hair. 4 will be with curly hair and 4 will be with straight hair. So that is heterozygous for curly hair. Okay. The gametes produced by a single heterozygous tall white flowered pea plant will be. The plant is heterozygous, tall and white. Tallness is heterozygous because it is a dominant character, but white is a recessive character. So it is smaller. White recessive है तो smaller. तो इसमें से कौन से gametes बनेंगे? इसमें से बनेगा capital T small r and small t small r. Small t small r. So कौन से gametes बनेंगे? capital T small r, and small t small r. So that is single heterozygous tall and white. The term genetics was first coined by Bateson. Then a test cross distinguishes between homozygous dominant and heterozygous dominant. To know whether it is homozygous dominant or whether it is heterozygous dominant, to know whether it is homozygous dominant or heterozygous dominant, you will do a test cross. Cross it with the recessive parent. If you get all talls or all dominant, it is homozygous. If you get a ratio of 1:1, it is heterozygous. So a test cross distinguishes between homozygous dominant and heterozygous dominant. Which of Mendel's law is universally true? Only the second law. If you remember, ये हमने किया theory में, law of dominance is not true universally because of incomplete dominance and codominance. And Mendel's third law, law of independent assortment, is not universally true if the two genes are found on the same chromosome. If they are linked genes, they will not show independent assortment. So, which is universally true? Only law of dominance. Sorry, law of segregation and purity of gametes. Correct. Out of two genes in an allelomorphic pair, if one gene expresses itself in presence of its allele partially to form spotted hybrids, then that is called as codominant. For example, Rowan coats. If you have capital R, red coat, and capital W, white coat, and in the F1 generation, it will become capital R, capital W, where red coat is also formed on the cow and white coat is also formed on the cow to form spotted hybrids. To form spotted hybrids, what is that an example of? Spotted hybrids is an example of codominant, that is Rowan coat. Each gamete receives only one allele for each character. That is called law of segregation and purity of gametes. ये है F1 generation, and each gamete will receive either capital T or small t. And one gamete is pure for tallness, one gamete is pure for dwarfness. So that is called as law of segregation and purity of gametes. A dihybrid ratio is necessarily used for explanation of law of independent assortment. A dihybrid ratio is necessarily used for explanation of law of independent assortment. What is a monohybrid ratio used for explaining? Law of dominance, that is F1 generation dominant character आया, F2 में you got reappearance of recessive character in monohybrid cross. उससे क्या समझ में आया? Law of segregation and purity of gametes. तो monohybrid cross से law of dominance and law of segregation and purity of gametes. Dihybrid में you got F2 generation में recombinant. F2 generation में you got recombinant. So you had crossed dominant with recessive. And in the F2 generation, you got dominant recessive and recessive dominant condition. Recombinant. What does that prove? Law of independent assortment. That proves law of independent assortment. Then, dominant gene for tallness is capital T and yellow color is capital Y. A plant heterozygous for both traits is self. The ratio of pure homozygous tall and green offsprings would be. How many will be pure homozygous tall and green offsprings? So, will be 1/16. 1/16 will be pure homozygous tall and green offspring. Check it here, sir. आपको pure homozygous tall and green offspring. That means capital T, and small y. Or you get capital T, capital Y. Anything that is double homozygous is always one. So double homozygous tall and yellow is one. Double homozygous tall and green is one. Double homozygous dwarf and yellow is one. Double homozygous dwarf and green is one. तो कोई भी कैरेक्टर होगा, it is always double homozygous are always one. Double homozygous pure breeds are always one. So tallness, capital T, and yellow color is capital Y, capital Y. Plant heterozygous for both traits is self. Then the ratio of pure homozygous tall and green offsprings. So tall and green, that is capital T, and small y. ये आपको कितना मिलेगा? 1 out of 16. By the way, capital T, capital Y भी कितना मिलता था? 1. Capital T, small y भी कितना मिलेगा? 1. Small t, capital Y भी कितना मिलेगा? 1. And small t, small y भी कितना मिलेगा? 1. Anything which is double homozygous, 1, double homozygous 1, double homozygous 1, double homozygous 1. So double homozygous is always 1. And you have a homozygous tall pea plant with round seeds is crossed with a short plant with wrinkled seeds. How many tall plants will be produced out of 16 in the F2 generation? A tall plant with round seed crossed with short plant with wrinkled seed. So F2 generation में कितना मिला? We have done this already. That in the F2 generation you will get 9 tall and round. You will get 3 dwarf and round. You will get 3 tall and wrinkled, and you will get 1 dwarf and round, dwarf and wrinkled. So how many you got tall and round? 9. How many you got tall and wrinkled? 3. How many you got dwarf and round? 3. How many you got dwarf and wrinkled? 1. तो डोमिनेंट कितने आएंगे? 9. डोमिनेंट रिसेसिव कितने आएंगे? 3. रिसेसिव डोमिनेंट कितने आएंगे? 3. एंड रिसेसिव कितना आएगा? 1. तो here they've asked you how many are tall. So 9 are dominant, 3 are dominant recessive. So 9 are tall and round, 3 are tall and wrinkled. So tall कितने आएंगे? 12. 9 आएंगे tall and round, and 3 आएंगे tall and wrinkled. तो tall कितने आए आपको? 12. Then the genotypic ratio of the F2 progeny in a dihybrid cross will be, well, this is simple. 1:2:2:4 1:2 where 1:2:4 is dominant, 1:2 is dominant recessive, 1:2 is recessive dominant, 1 is recessive. Correct. Then a tall red flowered pea plant is crossed with a short white flowered plant. The progeny has one short plant with white flower. And the genotype of the tall red flowered plant will be. So, tall red flower pea plant is crossed with a short white flowered pea plant. Progeny has a short plant with white flower. When can a tall plant with red flower crossed with a short plant with white flower produce a next generation short plant with white flower. Short plant with white flower has to be small t, small r. That means one small r has come from double recessive parent, but one small r has come from double dominant parent. In other words, one the short plant with white flower, you got small r from short and white parent, but you got one small r from tall and red parent. Tall and red. But that means tall and red must have given small r, means tall and red is heterozygous. Tall and red is heterozygous for the characteristic. Tall and red is heterozygous for the characteristic. Correct. Then in Mendelian experiments, in the F2 progeny of a dihybrid cross, the new phenotypes are obtained in a proportion of new phenotypes are obtained in a proportion of 6 is to 16. How many do we get dominant dominant? 9. How many we get dominant recessive? 3. How many we get recessive dominant? 3. How many we get recessive recessive? 1. Of which original कौन था? Dominant dominant. दूसरा ओरिजिनल कौन था? रिसेसिव रिसेसिव. तो पेरेंटल कितने हो जाएंगे? पेरेंटल हो जाएंगे 10. पेरेंटल इज 9 + 1 10. और रिकॉम्बिनेंट डोमिनेंट रिसेसिव और रिसेसिव डोमिनेंट ये नया कॉम्बिनेशन है, तो ये है न्यू रिकॉम्बिनेंट. ये कितने आएंगे आपको न्यू वाले? 3 + 3 that is 6. So how many were getting new combination? 6 out of 16. 6 out of 16 we get new combinations. The ratio obtained by a test cross is 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. The unknown genotype of the plant crossed is heterozygous for two traits. 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1 is a dihybrid test cross ratio. Dihybrid test cross ratio. So it is heterozygous for two traits. And we got ratio 4 is to 4 is to 4 is to 4. In other words, 1 is to 1 is to 1 is to 1. The pea plant that Mendel worked for belonged to family Papilionaceae. Pisum sedium Papilionaceae. Out of 16 plants in the F2 generation of a dihybrid cross, plants heterozygous for both traits are 4. Plant heterozygous for both traits. Plant heterozygous for both traits are 4. 4 plants hai which are heterozygous for both traits. 4 plants are heterozygous for both traits. Capital Y, capital R, small r. ऐसे 4 है. Plants heterozygous for both traits are 4. That is 4 are heterozygous for both traits. 4 plants are heterozygous for both traits. Mendel's laws of inheritance was rediscovered by Correns. Correns has republished Mendel's work again. Mendel bagged the flowers before and after crossing. सर मेंडल ने इमैस्कुलेशन किया. सर मेंडल डिड इमैस्कुलेशन and after emasculation he cut the filament and anther and he did bagging. सर filament और anther कट करके self pollination prevent किया. He did bagging. Why did he do bagging of the female flower? After emasculation, सिर्फ gynoecium रह गया. So it is a female flower. और उसका bagging किया to prevent unwanted cross pollination from some other plant. किसी और प्लांट का अनवांटेड क्रॉस पॉलिनेशन नहीं किया. So before pollination only he did bagging, and then he removed the bag, put in the pollen grain of the male plant over the female plant, and again did bagging. Again did bagging to prevent unwanted cross pollination from some other unknown plant. किसी unknown plant का cross pollination करने के लिए there was bagging being done. Right. If Mendel had chosen traits determined by linked genes, he would have not discovered law of independent assortment. Law of independent assortment नहीं आता है if the genes are linked. If genes are linked, they will not separate from each other and will not show independent assortment. An exception to Mendelian principle is all the above. Incomplete dominance and codominance are against law of dominance, and linkage is against law of independent assortment. So that is the logic. So it is exceptions are all. In a cross between a plant heterozygous for yellow and round seeds and a plant homozygous for green and wrinkled seeds, how many plants will be yellow seeds? Plant heterozygous for yellow and round, capital Y, capital R, small r, and homozygous for green and wrinkled, small y, small r, small r. How many will be yellow? So what is capital Y, capital R, small r into small y, small r, small r? It will become a dihybrid test cross. Dihybrid test cross. Dihybrid test cross हो जाएगा ये. And dihybrid test cross में what will we get? 4:4:4:4. So 4 will be yellow and round. 4 will be yellow and wrinkled. 4 will be green and round. And 4 will be green and wrinkled. So ratio of 4:4:4:4. 4 are yellow round. 4 are yellow wrinkled. 4 are green round. And 4 are green wrinkled. So how many plants will be yellow? Yellow will be 8. If you remember, 4 are yellow round and 4 are yellow wrinkled. So 4 plus 4, 8. By the way, how many will be green? Green will be 8. 4 green wrinkled, 4 green round. Green will be 8. How many are round? Round will be 8. 4 will be yellow round, 4 will be green round. So round will be 8. How many are wrinkled? 8. 4 are yellow wrinkled, 4 are green wrinkled. तो कोई भी कैरेक्टरिस्टिक पूछा आंसर क्या आएगा? 8. ये अच्छा क्वेश्चन है, इसे याद रखना. The meeting of a red fruit bearing tomato plant and yellow fruit bearing plants yielded 173 plants, of which 84 bore red fruits and 89 yellow fruits. What are the genotypes of these plants? So 84 red आया, 84 yellow आया, which means the approximate ratio is 1:1. And what is 1:1 an example of? 1:1 is an example of a test cross. 1:1 is an example of a test cross. So, what is the genotype of the plants? Capital R, small r into small r, small r. So, capital R, small r red into small r yellow will give you ratio of 1:1, which is an example of a test cross. Just say 84 red or 89 yellow eye. So what is the approximate ratio? 1:1. So what are the plants by themselves? Capital R, small r, hybrid red, and small r yellow. So that is an example of a monohybrid test cross. In a pea plant with dominant phenotypic characteristic is self, it produces 25% progeny with recessive expression. What should this progeny be termed as? F2 generation. Dominant phenotypic expression is self. So F1 is self and it produces F2 generation as a 3:1 ratio. So 3:1 में 25% progeny has recessive expression. So progeny is termed as F2 generation. 3 dominant and 1 recessive आया. So 25% progeny is recessive. So that progeny is F2. Who coined the term gene? Johansson. ये याद रखना. In humans, tallness is recessive compared to dwarfness. Pea plant में tallness was dominant over dwarfness. In humans, tallness is recessive compared to dwarfness. ये याद रखना. Chromosomes were discovered by Strasburger. That was the scientist who discovered chromosomes. The scientist von Schirmer, who rediscovered Mendel's work, was from Austria. And a child was born with brown eyes while his mother has black eyes. What is the genotype of the parent? Now, brown is recessive. Brown is recessive compared to black. And child has got brown eyes. And mother has got black eye. तो मदर और फादर दोनों का जीनोटाइप क्या होगा? Mother is black and father would be either brown or he could be hybrid black. He could be hybrid black. So, क्योंकि child को small b father से भी चाहिए, mother से भी चाहिए to get brown eyes. The child is with brown eyes, so either mother is hybrid black and father is brown, or mother is hybrid black and father is hybrid for black. So child has got brown eyes, mother has black eyes. So what are the options? Can the father be pure black and mother hybrid black? No. Then the child will be always black. Can the father be hybrid black and mother pure black? No. Pure black हो ही नहीं सकता. Otherwise capital B में से एक capital B आ जाएगा तो वो black हो जाएगा. Can the father be pure brown and mother pure black? No. So what is the only option? Father and mother are hybrid black. Father is also hybrid black. Mother is also hybrid black. And the child got small b both from mother and father and developed brown eyes. And how many phenotypes can be produced by two alleles, capital A and small a? Number of phenotypes is 2 raised to n, where n is heterozygous. So 2 raised to 1. So answer is 2 types of phenotypes. 2 types of phenotypes. So with that, we have finished around 50 questions here. We'll take a small break and we'll come back to the next part.